Told you about Meghan going solo, but now we can tell you how Prince Harry's going solo too. But doing what? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London today. Nice to see you. I thought we'd go back to the daffodils. I really enjoyed them so much, so I thought I'd share them again. It's lovely, isn't it, when you get this sort of weather? Just cheers you up, makes you glad to be alive. And after the winter that some of us are still going through, I know around the world, but over here in the United Kingdom, we're finally emerging into something that looks like spring. Oh, wow. My favourite time of the year, when things start to take life again. Well, almost everything apart from your wallet, of course. When you open that, you realise just how dead that could look. Am I right? Back as ever, though, to your breaking story of the day. Now, this particular story centres on Prince Harry. As we know, he's very vocal about many different things. You know, he likes to get those messages out there on his website, the usual things. But interestingly now, having been told that they have to do something to earn all of those megabucks from Spotify, both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have finally galvanised themselves into action. So what can we expect from Prince Harry's podcast? Well, as ever, we can tell you first an exclusive here on the show. As we told you on the previous one about Meghan, what's going to happen is this. They've decided to split them up to try and get revenue streams going, you know, hopefully see who's more popular. That's going to be a battle in itself, isn't it? And then they're going to obviously not have joint guests. What will happen is, and let me tell you this also first and exclusive on the show, if they both singularly bomb, what Spotify will do, and as ever we have to say allegedly, they will team them up as a duo in a sort of last-ditched attempt to try and get an audience. But I'm speculating here. They may do incredibly well. They may find their niche. I do find it hard to believe, though, that they've left it all a little bit late to the table if they want to break into the podcasting market. There are so many people doing this, and a lot of people doing it incredibly well, let me point out. But for Harry, what we're now told is that his sort of podcast is going to really focus on mental health, how to look after yourself, self-care, and basically, you know, how to survive in a very difficult world. As we know, Prince Harry recently spoke about burnout and how he suffers from anxiety, all of those sort of things, nothing to be scoffed at. But the bottom line is he's no expert, and unless he's interviewing experts, it's really just from a personal perspective. I think a lot of people want more than that. So right now, Prince Harry, we can tell you, he's currently working on that alongside his book. And as we also told you, Meghan Markle will have her first podcast out first. They're going to test the waters, see how that goes, see how it looks. And then moving on from there, Prince Harry will follow. Double delight, eh? But will you be tuning in? Or would you like something a little bit more light-hearted? One of the ideas we can tell you that Spotify put forward, which really crumbled to dust, was they would have liked Prince Harry to go around some of the stately homes, not just here in England, but around the world, you know, some of the more oldest buildings and do a bit of history, that sort of stuff. A really good idea when you think about it, particularly given his background. Seemingly, that didn't work too well, as ever, we have to say allegedly, and he wanted to have something more with a message, something that he felt would connect with his audience. As ever, let's just hope he's right. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.